Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen, Terrifier fans, Art the Clown aficionados. We've got some good news for you in the world of horror. So Art the Clown's origin will be explored in Terrifier 4. So that's good, I think. The writer, director and creator, Damien Leone, has come out and said that he will be exploring the origin. He will be revealing it, at least in part anyway. And I think, you can't talk about Terrifier and Art the Clown without addressing just how much of a huge success it's been. Just ginormous success. Absolutely incredible success. Last year when Terrifier 3 came out, it was, and I don't know this without looking at the figures wholesale, but it's highly likely, based on its budget versus its box office takings, it was one of the most profitable movies when you're equating its budget into the account. It was so profitable. Mad. Absolutely mad. Like, made on a shoestring budget and took in tens of millions of dollars on a limited release as well. And this is the thing. It's such a successful property. I don't think anyone envisioned it being as successful as it has been. I think people have really missed that sort of schlock gore. Now, I mean that in the best way possible, right? Because Art the Clown does do depraved, horrible things, and it's really, really gross. But it's not scary, right? Like, it's not, oh, I'm super scared. It's more that shock factor to see what he's going to do next, right? Whereas, I guess something comparable to this would be, say, Saw or Hostel. Those movies are gore porn, but with the respect of trying to maintain high tension and high sort of anxiety in the viewer. Whereas Terrifier is not really about that. You do feel it somewhat, but that's not really what they're trying to craft. I don't think so anyway. So it's been such a huge success, and I have to address that because you'd be being dishonest if you didn't say how successful it was. Whether you like them or not, they're just hugely successful films. So anyway, speaking to Collider, Damien Leone, who is the director and screenwriter and just general creator, has revealed that Terrifier 4 will reveal some of the origin for Art the Clown. Only some. And the interesting thing is, don't expect a linear explanation, which I think is really fascinating. So speaking with Collider, Leone followed up on an earlier Instagram birthday post where he confirmed that he'll be explaining Art's backstory in the fourth and final Terrifier film. However, he'll be taking a David Lynch-esque approach, which I think is fascinating. So previously, Leone wrote on Instagram, I might as well take advantage of this day and give all of the Terrifier fans a little present in return. The script for Terrifier 4 is underway, and it is shaping up to be the most epic, horrifying, thrilling, emotional, and satisfying conclusion to the Terrifier saga. I've personally never been so excited to see one of my own scripts translate to the screen like this one. P.S. I will finally reveal Art's origin in this entry. So now he spoke to Collider and says that he won't be laying everything out in a neat and tidy fashion. Instead, and this is what I think's like a good show, man, like genuinely good show. Instead, he's going to take the David Lynch approach by feeding the audience bits and pieces and letting them connect the dots, which I think is such a great way of doing it. So, Leone said this, once I wrote part 2, I decided to really start telling the story. I wanted to tell it almost in a Lynchian way. I would never be on the same level as David Lynch. He's one of my heroes. Now, I will say that, I think it's fantastic that Damien says that he won't be anything like David Lynch, because it's understanding your limitations, your flaws, your strengths, and also understanding when people are better than you. And kudos to him for not being one of these people that's just blindsided and sort of engorged in his own success and allowed it to consume him as an ego thing. So good on him. And he says, but I love the way he tells stories, and they're very abstract. He doesn't give you answers. If you ever tried to articulate, it would trivialize and diminish the beauty of what he's done as an artist. His voice is his work. He's not supposed to just tell you what he did. That's brilliant. Leone also remarked, I think a lot of people don't realise the reason he works so well is because of the mystique. And that is true. Like, that applies to any anything that you want to grip people just generally. So, like, quite comically, because obviously we've got Alien Earth at the moment running, but the Xenomorph, for instance, you know, any horror icon / creature, like the Xenomorph or multitude of others, is only as good as the human mind would imagine, right? Like, your brain fills in the blanks, and it's the mystery of the unknown. Like, something's not scary when it's explained either, right? Like, the fear of the unknown is the paramount fear of a human mind. When things are explained, you begin to rationalize it. And so that kind of that explanation for why Lynch is so good, it also translates to other things within film, story, narrative. So he says it's over. You're not supposed to see the wizard behind the curtain. It's almost always a disappointment. And that's exactly the same with horror, creatures, narrative, whatever. When things are over-explained or even just explained too much, it's gone. Like, the mystery, the fun, it's gone. So he's completely right there. So Lynch was infamous for surreal imagery and fragmented narratives that led the audience to draw its own conclusions. This was particularly evident in his work on Twin Peaks, which is true. Art the Clown started out as a recurring character in a series of shorts from Leone and the anthology series All Hallows Eve. From there, the character was spun into his own film series, starting with Terrifier, Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3, and then we will have the eloquently, creatively named Terrifier 4. And as they say, you know, it is known for sadistic gore. The films are made on incredibly modest budgets, with each installment performing better than the last one at the box office. So Terrifier 3, $2 million budget, $90.3 million at the box office. That is mental. Like, that is insane. In terms of it being a success, that is staggering. What a staggering success. So there you go. We are going to get Art the Clown's origin story. In a way, anyway. And I think if you were going to do it, this is the best way to do it. And I think people will be... Yeah, I think they'll be pleased to hear this. You know, it's nice to get some things explained, but not fully. You know, fill in the gaps, fill in the blanks. And you'll probably get it wrong, but that's part of the fun, right? I often say theorizing for stuff is always part of the fun. This channel was built on theories back in the day, right? Theories and explain stuff, which I guess is kind of contradictory there, but you get my drift. So anyway, there you go. I don't have much else to say. Leave your thoughts down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.